In Sportscall shortly, Des Cahill's looking for your reaction to the Michael Donlan affair and Man United's win. The number to ring is 1850 715 900. It's 7:05. You're tuned to Radio 1 and time for Sportscall with Des Cahill.
A very good evening to you and welcome to Sports Call. We're on 1850 715 900. If you're calling from outside the Republic, and we'd welcome your calls, we're on 0345 857777. Harry,
yes.
How are you?
I'm not too bad at all.
Harry is one of the more famous people in the wake of this match in Barcelona, are you?
Indeed, yeah. I was pictured on the front page of the Guardian, which ironically was one of the most conservative English papers there are, and I was just ironic to see an Irishman in the front of it.
This is Thursday's Guardian.
It was, yeah, Thursday morning, yeah, front page of it.
Roy Willoughby has just handed it to me here.
Yeah, the one, the big blow up trophy.
That's you with the trophy on your head.
Indeed, yeah. I just thought I was proud in one sense to
you
be
look like a young fella.
I am a young fella. Thanks for that. I'm only 20 years of age,
Yeah.
But,
the front, I'll tell you, for obviously listeners, a lot of them won't have seen the Guardian.
Yeah.
And 1/3 of the page is made up of a front page report. United snatched treble with 2 last gasp goals, and next to that is a 4 column picture about 10 or 12 inches deep of Harry Mornane with a cup on his head.
Yeah, indeed.
You should get that framed.
I have a rig of copies already, but it was just the
Slobodan Milosevic and you dominate the front page of the Guardian, huh?
But I was just delighted for the sheer fact that all English clubs and that. I mean, I can remember I saw Roy Keane, and poor Roy Keane was in bits.
Wasn't he gutted?
Absolutely. I mean, I was 8 rows from the front, and I can remember Andy Cole coming up to him, putting his arm around him, and showing him the medal. And
that was helpful.
He just didn't kind of. I don't know whether it was he didn't want to be there or he was just so gutted or that. But
it struck me he didn't want to be there in the sense that not that he didn't want to be there, but it was hard for him
to. Wasn't the place for him. Yeah.
The lap of honour, by the way, for those who didn't see it, in the lap of honour, the players were dancing all the way down the sideline, and Roy had the hands in the pockets for the whole walk around. He was 20 yards inside them, and head down and lost.
Yeah. The thing about it was when the cameras went off as well that. There were 2/3 of the stadium was left of fully United fans. They called for him to come back out.
Yeah, I thought it was fabulous.
And they gave him a guard of honour. It was superb, absolutely. But I mean, still, even after all that, he still didn't. It wasn't the Roy Keane you'd seen a week ago lifting the FA Cup.
No, but I thought the fact that the crowd, a lot of people, because it wasn't on TV, wouldn't be aware. The crowd kept calling and calling when the team had left the field that he brought out the cup.
Unbelievable.
The other thing, by the way, that just having been amongst the English fans, the Manchester fans, that struck me was their tolerance of Dennis Irwin.
Yeah.
The respect they have for Dennis Irwin, in that certainly in the last 15-20 minutes some of them were getting so frustrated and they're starting to swear and curse at some of the United players.
Well, I experienced that.
Yeah, but Dennis, they didn't. If Dennis made him say, "Oh, Dennis," mean, Dennis is like the good boy in the house. He doesn't do things wrong very often.
Number one, the team sheet, there for so long. Yeah,
and they were very tolerant to him. Which was interesting. Well, that is a real bit of history. So, were you amongst the United fans?
I was. I was right behind the goals, about 8 or 9 rows from the whole action. I mean, even if the goals had happened at the other end, you would have said to yourself, "God Almighty!" I saw nothing of it. It was horrible.
I'm just looking at the cup, by the way. Is that a blow-up one?
It's a blow-up one, yeah.
Is that the Amstel one or something? Is it?
I saw 2 of them now. I mean, there was some young fella selling them for, I think it was about £10, and I thought to myself, "Geez, that would be good to buy that." But
so you did, obviously.
So I did, obviously, yeah.
And you carried it around like that?
I did, yeah. The amount. Actually, when I left the stadium, the only people that stopped me to take a photo of the cup were Irish people. I'm not joking. Unbelievable. If I had £1 for the amount of times I was stopped by by a Corkman or a Dublin man on the way out of the stadium I would have been a millionaire by the end of the night. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it says a lot about our mentality, maybe. Well, it was worth the trip anyway.
Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, I'm only 20 years of age, but I'm sure that anything I've ever experienced the rest of my life won't parallel to that. Absolutely.
Tell me this: did you feel sorry for Bayern Munich?
I took a photo of Solskjaer going down on his knees, and My mother said, take a picture of Bayern Munich. There were 4 of them.
Was your mother with you?
She was, yeah.
Is she in note as well on United?
She wouldn't be as big, but she was a big Man U fan, yeah, indeed.
Well, if she tolerates her 20-year-old son walking in the streets of Barcelona with his blow-up cup with him.
She had no choice, I'm telling you. But the 4 of them were actually inside the net and they were lying down. And they had to be picked up from the ground by the referee. Literally dragged from the ground. I mean, you felt sorry for him. But
That's the one thing that surprised me. I haven't seen a photograph of the Bayern fellas lying on the ground.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, anyway, well done, and that's a great front page picture to have.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
All right, nice talking to you. All the best, Harry. Bye bye.